Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. Our storm watch coverage begins here. We are following snow that's moving out of the Greater Toronto region, shifting towards Ottawa and Montreal for a messy commute. And boy, speaking of messy, and there were many scenes like this across the region. Now, we do have an additional general 2 to 5 centimeters here. Markham, Newmarket, Toronto area. It's generally been mixing for that morning. And for the northern sections here, where we've got 5 to 15, that's for a little bit more snow coming in on Saturday. But speaking of the Toronto area, let's find out how they've been preparing for this winter ahead. All right, so gearing up for wintry weather, and it's only fall, and then we've got wintry weather pushing into Quebec. For this morning, the commute will be messy in Montreal towards Trois-Rivières, Quebec City. That is straight snow through this event. Continues to shift east through the day. By Saturday, lingering cloud cover, and then you start to clear out. And then you might get a little bit of light flurries as we head into the end of your weekend. But we're looking at a good amount of snow here. For Montreal, you're in the 5 to 10 centimeter zone, maybe even 15 centimeters as you look towards Quebec City. And for areas in through North Bay and Bancroft, that's 10 to 15 centimeters left to go Friday through Saturday. Hey, Atlantic Canada, we've got another storm for you. This is starting off as snow in Fredericton as well as central sections of Nova Scotia, changing over to rain for Yarmouth as well as Halifax, Cape Breton too, mixing to start. Newfoundland, the Avalon, snow changing to rain. It's a typical kind of fall storm. With this, the winds will not be as strong as what we saw last storm, but we're still looking at some strong winds with this event. Rainfall totals projected to be this, and snowfall totals this as well. And this is cute. Had additional snowfall through this morning in areas as we look towards Markham, Newmarket, and east as well. Now for the Toronto area, we are seeing rain and mixing, sort of more of a slushy commute along the QEW 401, same thing. And these amounts that are higher, 5 to 15 centimeters for Listowel and Hanover, for example, Barrie too, that additional snow is coming through Saturday as well. So generally speaking, it's much improved for Toronto, but the city of Toronto is really getting ready for this winter. All right, so it's already like winter for many cities, and it's still fall, remember that. Very winter-like across Quebec for this morning. Montreal, Trois-Rivières, Quebec City, straight snow for you through this. Continues through that morning commute, starts to shift east through the day, leaving behind some cloud cover and a few scattered flurries to end your Saturday. But by and large, a good 10 to 15 centimeters here. Bancroft, Gatineau, Montreal up towards Quebec City as well. And hey, Atlantic Canada, it's another Friday, so another storm for you. Now, on the heels of the last one you just saw, the difference with this one is the winds will not be as strong, but we're seeing more widespread snow. So starting off as snow in many areas for the maritime provinces, through central Nova Scotia, snow to rain. Same thing for the Avalon, snow to rain. And you're seeing that system generally tonight through Saturday in Newfoundland. As far as rainfall totals go, we're going to be looking at a general 10 to 20 here, Halifax to Cape Breton, and for the Avalon 5 to 10. And that's because we've got the mixing as well. But a good 15 to 30 centimeters in northern New Brunswick. But hey, you know who loves the snow? The kids love the snow. And hey, if you like winter sports, it's great stuff. Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. As we look at the radar here, if you're in southern Ontario, we're starting to see mixing, and there's that pink popping up along the shores of Lake Huron. In the Toronto area, my drive-in was generally slushy along the QEW, but still straight up snow here. Ottawa, Montreal, and steady snow at that. Up towards Parry Sound, Bancroft, still seeing a few centimeters of snow through this morning commute. Now, as the day goes on, it's going to continue to shift north, head east, and so Ottawa, Montreal, for the next few hours, we're going to be seeing a messy situation for you. On Saturday, this trough comes in and it drops a few more centimeters of snow along the shores of Georgian Bay and Lake Huron, maybe a few scattered flurries in Toronto, but more so we're going to see those totals in northern sections, cottage country, the traditional snowbelt areas. So Friday through Saturday, here's our additional snowfall, taking into account today and what we're seeing tomorrow too. Up towards the north, we've got under 5 centimeters, generally speaking. Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury could see 5 to 10 centimeters left to go there. Now for Ottawa, Montreal, this is really ramping up for you during this morning commute. So a good 10 to 15 centimeters on tap for places like Montreal, and that will make things a little more slow going, right? Taking you here, not slow going on this road, when particularly in Labrador City and around Happy Valley Goose Bay. For the Maritime provinces, we're seeing snow to start, and with this next storm we have coming in, the winds won't be as strong, but the snow totals will be higher. So already starting to snow in Yarmouth and Halifax, Fredericton too. It will change over to rain for you along the shores of Nova Scotia, the southern shores, and up towards Cape Breton. So a good 10 to 20 millimeters of rain. The Avalon, 5 to 10 millimeters of rain for you. But most of these communities are starting off as snow. So here's our snowfall forecast totals for you Friday into Saturday. Note around Fredericton and Moncton, that's a good 10 to 20 centimeters of snow taking you through this weekend. And for areas in extreme northern Brunswick, New Brunswick and the Gaspé Peninsula, 15 to 30 centimeters, not out of the question. Western shores of Newfoundland, 10 to 20 centimeters of snowfall there. And while the winds aren't going to be as strong as last time, still notable, Yarmouth gusts up to 93 kilometers an hour tonight. And then on Saturday, as this pushes in for you in Newfoundland, your winds will pick up there. So with all this wintry weather ahead of us, just know that we are releasing our winter forecast on Monday. Next Monday, we'll have all the details for you on how the season looks where you live.
Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on The Brief. Chris Murphy, Nicole Karkic, and Emily Vukovic with you. On Fridays, we like to have a little fun. It's our presenters' picks, and we get to show you some really great video that we've had here at the Weather Network this week. Nicole, you're up first because I think your video is the most impactful.
Yes, we are going
with a smile on his face, always.
The whole time. Yeah. It's incredible.
Well, we have another storm coming for you in Atlantic Canada. The winds will not be as bad with this. Less amounts in Nova Scotia because mixing there as well.
All right, Chris, your turn. What'd you pick?
All right, well, we're going to go out to beautiful Banff, Alberta, Kyle Britton, when he's not going to snow at much colder temperatures today.
Yeah, like almost, it's going to feel like a 20-degree drop.
About a 20-degree drop in a lot of places in central and southern Alberta.
Yeah. All right, well, I picked this adorable video of, you've got a cold front coming through, those northwesterly winds are going to kick up, and then throughout the day tomorrow. But a lot of areas have snow, Santa Claus parades this weekend.
Yeah, Toronto, for example.
So let's
Santa Claus parade, what, in the world?
Yeah,
let's hope all the snow doesn't melt, so then therefore it keeps you in the mood of things.
Yeah, in the mood.
I
like that. The spirit of Christmas. If you'd like to connect with us, you can do so on Twitter @Weather Network. Stay with us.